Yes, guys, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I know this video was meant to be at 12 o'clock this afternoon, but look, I had a long sleep. I was up all night last night watching wrestling and UFC, so I had a long sleep, so I ain't long got up, guys. So big up to everyone. Hope you're well. Hope everyone's good. Thank you very much for joining me again today, guys. We've got a good video coming up today. We're going to talk about the Darwin Nunez and Gakpo issue, who is Liverpool's main striker. We're going to throw in Jota in there as a caveat as well, but I'm going to talk about Jota in another. I don't think he's a striker. I think he's a left winger for Liverpool. We're also going to talk about Mo Salah. Is Mo Salah the best right winger in Premier League history? Also, we're going to talk about this first. This is the thing I want to talk about first, guys, and it's the booing of the national anthem yesterday in the Liverpool versus Brentford game. It's got a lot of traction online, and I'm going to talk about that first. That's the first thing I want to talk about, guys. But before I start the video, guys, don't forget to hit that like button as soon as you come into the video. I'd appreciate it. Go and subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed so far. Big up to everyone in here already. Don't forget to share the video. Super chats are welcome. The join button is there if anyone wants to become a member. We're growing this channel, guys, and yeah, this channel's only getting bigger and better, and that's down to lovely people like you. So thank you very much. I'm going to talk about the national anthem first being booed yesterday. Obviously, a lot of people have got a lot of issues with this. If you're not a Scouser or you're not a Liverpool fan, there's even some Liverpool fans who don't like the national anthem being booed, and right, I'm gonna make a point of it right first. Yeah, I've got a video to show you guys as well. But I'm gonna come to you from my point. of it. I'm not a Scouser. You know, I'm not from Liverpool. I'm a massive Liverpool fan. 41 years of age. I've been a Liverpool fan since I was 10 years of age. My dad, who's not a Scouser, but he's a massive Liverpool fan as well. You know, he brought up in the 70s and stuff like that. So me and my dad, massive Liverpool fans. Yeah, but we're not Scousers. So I'm a South London boy. So some people might I was brought up in a family that is royalist. Yeah, my mum is a big royalist. She loves the royal family. Yeah, she put on a party yesterday for the royal the King Charles stuff. She put on a party yesterday and everything. She's a massive royalist. So I was brought up in a massive royal household, yeah, like a lot of people. And I've always been one with the country, one with all the kings and queens and all that, because that's how I was brought up. Yeah, that's how I was brought up. Now, I'm not like that no more. I'm not like that no more. And here's my thing on people. Firstly, I think the national anthem's crap. Firstly, yeah, bring me down, whatever. I think national anthem's a bit cack. But here's my take on it. So a lot of people yesterday and today on social media are having a go at Liverpool fans booing the national anthem, yeah? You're having a go at Liverpool fans booing the national anthem. Them same people online yesterday having a go at Liverpool Football Club for booing the national anthem were also the same people saying, what is the point of a royal family? Why have we got a royal family in Great Britain anymore? It's 2023. Why have we still got a royal family when they don't do anything? They mean nothing to us no more. And they're taking all the money out of the country. Why are we paying for why are the taxpayers paying for a massive party yesterday when we're in a food crisis, a country crisis? But these same people don't want the royal family, but they're having a go at Liverpool fans for booing the national anthem. Yeah. Right, here's one thing I would say to all you people that are booing the national anthem. One, they got a nonce that you're all saying, oh, we should cheer, yeah? They got a fucking nonce in there, yeah? Right, we all know it. Every one of us know it, yeah? And he's been protected by them, right? Absolutely protected. So you want us to cheer a national anthem when you've got somebody, and if you're all parents, that you want to protect your children from, that they're keeping safe, but you want us to sing the national anthem, yeah? Yeah? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? This country is on its arse. Yeah, this country is on its arse. We are a first world country. We are a mega rich country, but we act like a third world country. This country is so rich and powerful, but we act like a third world country. We have food banks. A first world country that has all this money has food banks for the poorest people that can't afford to feed themselves, to live. And we're sitting here thinking, oh, that's okay. You Liverpool fans, you're scum for booing the national anthem. What are you chatting about? Are you happy being a Brit at the moment? Do you not feel shame? Do you not feel shame in the country that you live in right now? We got food banks in this country. We're so rich as a country. We're so powerful as a country. Do you think we should... Tell me in the chat right now. Do you think we should have food banks in this country? Why are we acting like a third world country? People can't afford to eat, guys. People can't afford... gas in this country is so high. Electric is so high. Taxes are so high. Nurses are not paid the right amount of money and can't do their jobs and have to strike because all they want is a few extra quid to show the gratitude in the job they do. Our nurses apparently kept our Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, alive when he was in ICU with COVID, apparently. Right? And what does he do to reward them? Nothing. He puts bigger taxes on them. This country's a joke. People are choosing to keep themselves warm in the winter or starve. So you're telling me it's okay to not boo? So you're sitting there and watching this ceremony yesterday, yeah? Yeah, it might look grand and amazing and stuff like that. As I said, my family are royalists. My mum's a big royalist, yeah? I was there watching it with her yesterday at her house, having a big party and all that, because my mum's a big royalist. And this is nothing to do with these people. My mum's a big royalist. She can be a big royalist. She's not having a go at Liverpool fans. She understands. But there's people out there that you're watching this big ceremony. You're watching a geezer ride in a massive gold carriage down the streets of London. Pure gold. This carriage is pure gold. And then next door to me, or a few doors down from me, I've got people that can't either have to choose to put the heating on or eat. They'll either go freezing cold and die of cold, or they go die of starvation. And I've got that a few doors down from me where I live. But I'm watching a geezer going around in a pure gold carriage. And come on, this country's on its arse. This country's on its arse. We've got war veterans that are not looked after. You know, why are war veterans, why are people that fought in for wars for us paying tax in this country? We ask these people to go and fight for the might of this country against all enemies, yeah? And then they come back to this country and we treat them like second-class citizens. If you fought in a war in this country and you fought for this country, in my opinion, you should never have to pay tax on anything because you put your life on the line for this country. So why are we treating these people like crap? And then people have the nerve, like Piers Morgan has the nerve. Piers Morgan has the nerve to call us pathetic for booing the national anthem. But we live in this country right now that I'm not proud of. We live in a first-class country that's extremely rich and powerful. We all should be. There should be no poor in this country. No one should be poor in this country. No single human being in this country should be picking to put heat on or to eat their dinner. There should be no one in this country doing that because we're so rich. I don't get what are we doing here? What are we doing here? There's, you know, people, and again, these people that boo the national, we booed the national anthem yesterday because Scousers were ripped apart by a Tory government. Do people still not understand this to this day? The Tory government destroyed Liverpool. They wanted Liverpool to die. I don't think people understand. I really don't think people understand this. Go back to the late 70s and 80s with Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher wanted Liverpool, the city of Liverpool, gone. She wanted the city of Liverpool destroyed. Yeah? People still to this day don't understand it. Liverpool's got one of the biggest ports in Europe that they used to use all the time. It's not used no more. You know, Liverpool opened up their ports again and everything for all the stuff that they need to use it for. You know, there'd be so much money coming to the city of Liverpool, but no, let's not do that. Let's not do that anymore because it all should be in London. Let's all do it only in London. London's the only city in this country that can have any growth. No city in this country, if you're not London, can have any single growth. And do you know why Margaret Thatcher didn't care about Liverpool as well? Because she knew she was never going to get any votes from Liverpool. So the people of Liverpool would never go vote for Margaret Thatcher. So as far as she's concerned, she couldn't give a shit about the city of Liverpool and hope that it burnt to the ground. And people wonder why Liverpool hate the Tory government. I don't get why this whole country don't hate the Tory government, guys. 13 years in power, yeah? Highest tax rates ever in this country. Food banks all over the country. No one can afford to either put the heating on or eat at the same time. Nurses and teachers, everyone are on strike because they're not getting paid. The country's on its arse. They're borrowing money left, right and centre. They're paying their mates, their mega rich mates, millions and millions and millions of pounds instead of giving it to the poorest in this country. They make it impossible for people to find work. But no, you have a go at Scousers for booing the national anthem. Yeah, you keep having a go at Scousers for booing the national anthem. Maybe Scousers are the only motherfuckers in this country that have got the bottle and guts to stand up for the whole of the United Kingdom and tell the world what they actually think of this place. How about that? How about that? Maybe people should actually take an example from Liverpool's books. You know, the whole north of England got obliterated in the 70s and 80s by Tory government. And it's getting obliterated again by Tory government. But you got people up there that are just like, oh well, you Scousers, you're the bad ones. You Scousers are the arseholes. You Scousers are this, you Scousers are that. Maybe Scousers are right. Maybe they're standing up what they believe in. Maybe Scousers are absolutely fed up by being treated like third world citizens in their own country. Maybe it's that. Maybe Scousers would be proud to be English if they were treated with some damn respect by the English. One of the biggest and best cities in England is treated like it's a doss house. Why? And you expect Scousers then to be pro-English? Of course they're not going to be. Why would they be? Why would any Scouser want to be pro-English when they're treated like third world citizens in their own country? Why? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Again, I say, Liverpool won the Culture Award in Europe a few years ago. I think they won it back-to-back years. The City of Culture in Europe Award. That weren't any. Oh, and then all of a sudden, the UK were like really proud of Liverpool. They come out of the woodwork then, didn't they? When Liverpool won the Culture Award for 2 years in a row, whatever it was, for the best city in Europe for a couple of years. Oh, the UK came out then. Oh, well done, Liverpool. Well done, Liverpool. You're showing the UK proud and all that. Fuck you. They did it on themselves. It had nothing to do with the UK. Liverpool did that by themselves. I say I'm not a Scouser. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm a South London boy. But I've been to Liverpool. I've seen the story of Liverpool. You've only got to walk around some of the streets in Liverpool and realise they're not looked after. You can go around there, go to the ports at Liverpool, see how huge it is. Why is it not being used? The money through Liverpool should be flowing through this country. One of the biggest ports in the UK. Let's not use it. No, let's not use it anymore. Let's use London instead. Let's drown Liverpool in debt. Let's drown them in democracy. Let's let them die. And we're just letting them. Some of the best music has come out of Liverpool. Some of the best actors from Great Britain have come out of Liverpool. The best football team in the world comes from Liverpool. So much comes from this city that should be praised and loved. But no, they try and knock it down continuously. And it's just not Liverpool. It's the north of England. The north of England is used and abused. They don't give a shit about you. But some of you northerners support the Tories. I don't get it. Now, this ain't a political YouTube channel, but it's getting political because I've had enough. Piers Morgan is more intelligent. He should know. Piers Morgan should know. He's not a thick man. He should know. He was around. He wonders why we boo the national anthem. Here's the main reason why, one of the main reasons people boo the national anthem. Hillsborough! Yeah, Hillsborough! Do you remember that, guys? That you covered it up! Still to this day, we've really not got the absolute truth and justice for what happened to 97 individuals. And it's not just 97 individuals that died. It's the families that are connected to them 97 individuals. Yeah? They suffered. They have never really got the justice. And you wonder why the city of Liverpool are against everything pro-United Kingdom right now. Do you blame them? Do you blame Scousers, really, for being against the monarchy being against the United Kingdom right now. I'm telling you right now. Liverpool, the city of Liverpool and the people of Liverpool would actually be more pro United Kingdom if they got shown some damn respect and weren't treated like third-class citizens in their own country. If they got treated with more respect, I'm sure the people of Liverpool would be more proud of the country that they live in. But they're not right now. They're not, and I don't blame them. You got the Hillsborough tragedy where Margaret Thatcher and the Tory government and the police force try to cover it up and blame the city of Liverpool for what happened. Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting how they got away with it. And then they have the nerve to give Margaret Thatcher a state funeral. They have the nerve to give that woman a state funeral. And again, you wonder why the city of Liverpool booed the national anthem. Come on. It's just, it's madness, guys. It's madness. Look, guys, I'm sorry for having the rant, but look, again, I'm not a Scouser. The Scouser's in the chat. I'm sticking up for you guys. And, you know, I apologise for the rant, guys. And if I offended some people, let me know in the live chat. But I just need to get this off my chest because I'm not happy with the way the country is right now. Not at all. I'm getting sick and tired of people booing and people going, oh, Liverpool booing national anthem, you're a disgrace. Same people on Twitter yesterday saying, everyone I saw on Twitter yesterday were going, oh, this coronation shouldn't be happening. Why have we got a royal family? This is narcissism at its best. It's pathetic. It's crap. And then all them same people then came and slagged Liverpool for booing the national anthem. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Right, I'm going to show you a little video now of an actual Liverpudlian talking about it, guys. So let me just find this. There we go. Right, this was on the Happy Hour podcast last year. I just want to show you this, and they're talking about it here.
That's the Scouse, not English thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and that is political and also a million other things. You've got to remember, after sort of things Margaret Thatcher did, and particularly the cover-up of the Hillsborough disaster and stuff, there was a huge disassociation between Liverpool as a city and the state and the government. And that has never really been healed, particularly while there's a Tory government in charge.
Right.
So there's literally emails and letters, not emails, but letters that Margaret Thatcher sent saying, like, we should let Liverpool rot, essentially. Like, let's just close the docks and fuck them. Because she knew that she was never going to win votes in Liverpool. So she was like, why are we giving them any money? Let them rot.
Oh, okay.
It was the phrase, and you can Google this to double check I'm right, is we should put Liverpool into managed decline. So the England thing with the football team, there's a lot of sort of anti-Scouse chanting and stuff, which I get, it's football and everyone's chanting whatever, from other fans at Liverpool all the time. So when you then ask Scousers to join forces with everyone who sings at the ASOS every week and support one common cause, a lot of people go, absolutely not. And there's also on top of it, and this doesn't really explain everything because I suppose people in Manchester and Newcastle could say the same thing. If England win the World Cup, they will parade it round here. They won't come anywhere near my house.
Yeah, true.
Like, we'll never see, unless I came to London for it.
Yeah.
It's just like whenever Liverpool win a trophy, I've got a spot on a specific road that I go and watch the parade on. Yeah. I've watched every parade we've ever done from that specific spot. Like,
that's fair enough.
There's people who hate the England team in Liverpool, and there's people who are just like, oh, I'm not asked. And then there's me who I'm like, quite hope they win. Got a lot of mates who really give a shit.
Yeah.
But as soon there's no emotion for me in it.
Right.
Whereas Liverpool, like, genuinely, I can't watch some games. I'm like biting me, like my nails look ridiculous after the match.
That's the most I've ever understood that. Because I've never, I'll be honest, I've never looked into why that whole Scouse not English thing. I know it's political, but that does make sense to me now.
Yeah.
Do you think if we change to a Labour government, would that change people's opinion? Would they warm more towards it, or?
No, because it's gone too far now, and it's also like, I think it started political and it's now a football issue as well.
Oh, okay.
But Liverpool will always be slightly detached from the state, especially when there's a Tory government in charge.
Yeah.
But even with Liverpool's a very rebellious city. The two cities most similar to Liverpool in the UK are Glasgow and Newcastle, and they've all got the same thing in common. They've all been absolutely fucked from central London for a very, very, very long time. And that makes it very hard, particularly for people who've suffered at the hands of that. And I'm fortunate because my job's going okay that I don't. Like, I'll be okay whoever's in charge. But that doesn't mean that I don't want everyone else I know and love to be okay as well.
Right.
Like, there's just a huge, fuck them. They don't like us. We don't like them. And even, like, Corbyn was very, very, very popular in Liverpool.
Right.
And I know there's a million valid criticisms of the man. He embodies the ideals of Liverpool as a city. It's a very socialist, idealistic city.
Yeah.
It's for everyone, not just for a few people.
Yeah.
So there's not really ever going to be a government that can match the heart of Liverpool, because it would have been Corbyn. And anyone like Corbyn will...
As Adam Rowe there, guys, talking about it. I mean, he's a Liverpudlian himself, so he can express his views much more than I can. I found that clip online from the Happy Hour podcast, guys. Go and subscribe to the Happy Hour podcast, great channel. So Adam Rowe there talking about it there, and it's... If you still don't understand, if anti-Liverpool fans want to come and chat to me about it, come and chat to me about it. Watch my video, go and watch it and do your history. Let me put it to you this way, anti-Liverpool fans, any anti-Liverpool fans or people watching. If you're a Londoner, like myself, yeah, and the government decided to do to London what they did to Liverpool, how would you feel? So if the government decided one day they woke up and went, you know what we did to Liverpool, right? We'll go do that to London now. We'll go totally rip London apart. We'll go make sure no money goes through the city of London. London's going to fall on its arse. We're not going to put anything through that city anymore. We're not going to let it have money anymore. We don't need their votes anymore. It's all about up north now. We're changing. The city of London would react in the same way. The city of London would act in exactly the same way as the city of Liverpool do now. It's just because London is the most populated city in this country by miles. And look, us Londoners, we only think about ourselves, and we don't really think about anyone else in a way. And if it's going all right in London and I live in London, then do I care about the rest of the country? Unfortunately, that's how a lot of people feel, and it's not right. This country, we should be thinking about everyone in this country. Don't matter if you live in London, don't matter if you live in Liverpool, you know, it don't matter where you live, guys. We should be caring about everyone who lives in this country. Everybody that lives here, all the 70 million people that live on this rock in the middle of the ocean, we should all be caring about. But unfortunately, it's not the way it is, and that's why we boo, man. That's why Liverpool fans boo the channel. And again, I'm going to keep saying it. If you don't understand why Liverpool fans boo the national anthem, well, if you're happy having a nonce in charge of in the royal family, he was on show yesterday. He wore medals on his chest. You know, the bloke was involved in one of the biggest paedophile manhunts in human history. Yeah? And he's protected by the royal family. But you're having to go at Scousers for booing the national anthem. Can't make it up. You literally can't make it up. I mean, it's mad. It's mad. It's disgusting. It's absolutely it's mad. It makes no sense, and yeah, F them all, really. I can't be doing it no more. If you guys are happy, like, no, it's all Liverpool. Yeah, okay. Do your homework. Do your homework. Don't go on Twitter or on social media and starting having a go at Scousers because they're having their points of view on it when you have no idea what they're talking about. Yeah, you weren't living in their city when they tried to rip their city apart, destroying their city. Yeah, look at the Welsh. The Welsh can't stand them because the Margaret Thatcher decided to shut all their mines down. So all their jobs went. They couldn't do nothing. Yeah? Come on. And they gave that woman a state funeral. Jesus Christ. Look, and the biggest thing in all this is Hillsborough. The biggest thing in all this is Hillsborough at the end of the day. The government and the police force came together and kept... And to this day, 97 individuals that died and the families connected still don't know the whole truth. They got bits and pieces now where they can sleep at night, but still not complete justice. And they gave that woman a state funeral. They gave that woman a state funeral. And you wonder why the city of Liverpool don't like the UK at the moment. I can't help you if you don't understand. If you don't understand, you don't understand. I'm a Londoner. I'm a Londoner, but I'm a Scouser at heart. I always have been. I love the city of Liverpool. Every time I go to the city of Liverpool, I feel so warm and welcome. You know, I can't walk around. I can't go a mile up my road and not feel, I feel less welcome going a mile up my road than I do when I go to the city of Liverpool. You know, the city of Liverpool just embrace you. They have a bit of banter with you. Hey, you're a Southern Scouser, are you? And all this sort of stuff. And they have a laugh with you, but they're the friendliest people on earth, man. I go around that city at times. I go around that city a lot, and I walk around Liverpool with my family and that. And I look around and go, how is this city? How did the Tory government wake up one day and go, right, this city of Liverpool, what's it there for? Why do we need it? Let's bombard it. Let's make sure it can never be prosperous. Let's make sure it can never do anything. Let's take all their ports away. Yeah, they don't need a port. What do they need ports for? Get out of the way. Why do we need to go back and forward to Liverpool and Ireland with goods and transport and stuff and things like that? Why do we need to do that? We don't need to do that. That's ridiculous. We can do that in the city of London. That's where we can do it, in the city of London. Let's not let Liverpool breathe. Let's let them degrade. Let's let them melt. Let's let them destroy themselves. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. You fucking absolute plums. It's a great city with great atmosphere, great people, one of the best football clubs on planet Earth, not just in the UK, on planet damn Earth. Yeah? You got some of the greatest actors ever coming out of the city of Liverpool. You got some of the best musicians coming out of the city of Liverpool. You got the greatest band of all time comes from the city of Liverpool. And you treat it like shit. And you wonder why Liverpudlians can't stand you. Yeah, that's my rant done on it. That's my rant done on it, man. And this is me as a Londoner talking about it. Me as a Londoner talking about it. Watch Liverpool host Eurovision. It's one of the best Eurovisions ever. And they're all like, oh, the UK did us proud. The UK did us proud. No, Liverpool did you proud. Liverpool did you proud. Because I can guarantee you right now, the Eurovision was in London. It'd be, oh, London did us proud. London did us proud. Oh, London's amazing. What a beautiful place. As soon as Liverpool do it, yeah, the whole of Europe would be watching next weekend as Liverpool host Eurovision. And they'd be like, oh, the UK did us proud. Oh, the UK did us proud. The UK did. No, the city of fucking Liverpool did you proud. Yeah? One of the greatest party towns as well. You know, that atmosphere in Liverpool, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, fucking, all right. My rant is over. It's gone for 33 minutes. My rant is over. If you're still having a go at Liverpool fans are booing the national anthem, then you're just a dog shit human being, so fuck you. Right. Let's talk about Liverpool. We had a game yesterday. I don't know if you know. There was actually a game of football yesterday, believe it or not. Liverpool. Phil says, calm down, you're utter plum. So obviously Phil's obviously a Londoner who loves the royal family and loves having a nonce in the royal family. Obviously you're not a parent, Phil. You can't be a parent, my man, because you obviously love the royal family. You cheered the national anthem, but there's a nonce there. You're obviously not a parent, or you like nonces. It's one of the two, my friend. One of the two, my friend. You obviously like a nonce. Yeah, big up to you. Yeah, so there was a game yesterday. Liverpool, Brentford. It was a difficult game. It was it was a difficult game. Brentford, look, they were trying to do the double over us. Not many teams, only in fact one team, I believe, in the Jurgen Klopp era has done the double over us, I believe. And was that West Ham, Seven Bilic at West Ham, I think so. Yeah, I will say, yeah, Kate did look nice. I will say Kate did look nice. You know what? Hang on. Where's that thing? Sorry, I'm just gotta get rid of something. All right. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, the game yesterday. Look, Brentford are a decent team. Ivan Toney's a heck of a footballer. We're gonna have to talk about Ivan Toney, man. Heck of a footballer. But no, Liverpool got the 3 points done yesterday. It weren't the best of performances, but that has been Liverpool in the last few games, guys. Our performances have not been at our absolute best, in my opinion. I don't think we've been scintillating or anything like that in our recent games, but we're getting the job done at the moment, and that's all you can ask for at the moment, because where we are in the league, you know, we're not going for titles or anything like that this season, which is very unfortunate for us. But, you know, it is what it is at the moment. But we've got a decent win. I think it's our 6th win in a row. And I can't argue too much about it. You know, some decent performances yesterday. Obviously, Trent Alexander-Arnold yet again performing in midfield. I thought Trent was excellent yesterday. He keeps performing at a high standard. We're going to have to actually talk about it. I'm going to talk about it in a minute if we have to actually keep Trent in midfield. Virgil van Dijk was my man in the match yesterday. If you've not seen my player ratings video yet, go and check out my player ratings video now, guys. All my player rating videos are going to be pre-recorded from there on. Just go whack them out, little 20-minute videos, and go do them pre-recorded straight after the match and put them out for you guys to watch whenever you want. So that video's out now. Go and check it out. But I gave Virgil, man of the match yesterday for us. I thought he was fantastic yesterday. And then Mo Salah, guys. Now, Mo Salah was tremendous yesterday. Absolutely tremendous. And yet again, Mo, what can we say about Mo Salah? Like, what more can I say about Mo Salah, guys? What more can I say about Mo Salah? He 100 goals now at Anfield? What more is there to say about this man? He's got he's the best right winger in Premier League history. There you go, I'm saying it right now. I don't care, come at me. Mo Salah is the best right winger in Premier League history. I want someone to tell me why I'm wrong. Someone tell me right now why I'm wrong. Why is Mo Salah not the best right winger in Premier League history so far? People go, come with your Cristiano Ronaldos and all that. He played right and left and all different positions. Yeah, but Mo Salah's done it for 6 years on a row now. 6 years on the trot at the highest level, getting over 20 goals a season at right wing for 6 years in a row. He's now scored 9 goals in a row at home. No one's done that in the Premier League era. He breaks record after record after record. He got his 30th goal in all competitions yesterday. His 30th. He's got 1 goal away from breaking Steven Gerrard's record and being our 5th all-time goal scorer. Now, he's not going to catch the legend that is Ian Rush. He's not going to catch the legend that is Ian Rush because of age. If Salah came to Liverpool when he was 2 or 3 years younger, I think he could have caught it. But I just don't think he's going to catch the Rush record because Rush got 300 odd goals, and I don't know if that'll ever be broken. But he's not going to do that record, but he can go very close to being like 3rd in the list. And we got to look at him now. For me, Mo Salah is not just a Liverpool Premier League legend. He's a Premier League legend no matter what. You know, we talk about your Omris. Everyone talks about your Omris and your Shearers and all these players. But I think we can argue we have to put Mo Salah amongst them all now. Yeah, we talk about Omri being the best Premier League player ever and Shearer the greatest forward ever and things like this. But I think we now seriously have to have the debate of putting Mo Salah alongside these people. You know, he don't get these goals by luck. You know, and everyone goes, oh, but he's not good on the eye. This is the only excuse you ever hear about people talking about Mo Salah, why you can't say he's this or you can't say he's that, because he's not good on the eye. How good have you got to be on the eye getting 30 goals every season? If that ain't good on the eye, you're blind. It's as simple as that. If you're not happy with a right winger, not a striker, by the way, he's not a number 9, he's not a Haaland, he's not an out-and-out striker, he's not an Osterman, he's not a Drogba or anything like that. He's a winger, yeah? If you're not happy with your winger getting 30 goals every single season and that's not good on the eye, then you're blind. It's as simple as that. You know, you can't see shit. If you don't know, that's what that whole thing does my head in. Big up Jen with the super chat. Jane, can we please talk about the ref now? That's discussed. Oh, that ref, yeah, no worries, Jen, we will. Yeah, Mo Salah has he. Yeah, Shearer wasn't good on the eye, but you never hear that, do you, John? That is such a. No one ever says that. Big up, John. That's where you know it's a vendetta and an agenda against Mo Salah. That's when you know, because no one ever says Alan Shearer wasn't good on the eye. You never hear it. All you ever hear is, oh, Shearer's the greatest striker ever. He's got the goal scoring record in the Premier League. No one's better than him, blah, 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 blah. But no one ever goes around and goes, you know what? Yeah, Shearer was a good goal scorer, but what else did he actually do? And he weren't that great on the eye. There was better forwards in the Premier. No one ever says it. No one ever says it. Do you know why? Because Shearer's English. Simple as that. Simple as that. If Mo Salah was English, they would not shut up about Mo Salah. I'm telling you right now, if Mo Salah was English, they'd be like, oh, Mo Salah's the greatest ever. Mo Salah's this, Mo Salah's that. Mo Salah is the best right winger in Premier League history. And I need people to tell me he ain't, man. Big out ends, my man. You know, if you can't see, if you think Mo's not good on the eye when he's a right winger scoring 30 goals a season, I'm sorry, I don't know what football's not for you. It's just go and watch rugby, go and watch cricket. I mean, what else do you want them to do? All right, let's all go and watch Eden Hazard. Let's go and watch a fat Eden Hazard at Real Madrid do nothing. Yeah, oh, but he's good on the eye. He's good on the eye. Yeah, he's good on the eye. Let's go and watch Saint Maximin at Newcastle, who's got no end product. No end product at all. He's got no end product. The man shoots blanks. Yeah, shoots blanks. Right? But he's good on the eye. So that's overhype people like Saint Maximin because, oh, he's good on the eye. He can dribble. Oh, look how good he is. Yeah, shoots blanks, mate. Shoots blanks. So what do you want? Football is about winning football matches and scoring goals. That is what the sport is about. It's not about pirouetting past the right winger, or doing a rainbow flick over a defender, or doing the Zidane 360 turn past the player and then giving the ball away. Oh, but my God, it looked good on the eye. I remember that. Do you remember that? Do you remember that player that used to get the ball and go past 3 people but then never cross it? Or do you remember that geezer that just used to rainbow flick the ball over people or do that Zidane turn but then always gave the ball away? Oh, it's so good on the eye. What a talent. What a baller he was. Yeah. What? Football is about winning games of football and scoring goals. You can't win games of football without scoring goals. I mean, it's mad. It's absolutely mad when people just don't understand that. It's mad that people don't understand that from my point of view. I don't get it. I don't get it. Big up Froggy in the chat. How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. Big up to you. Great show, Jamie Hurt as well, bro. Big up to you. I'm good, man. I'm good. I just Enz is with me. I know Enz is with me. Big up Enz. He shoots blanks. He certainly does, man. Shoots blanks. You know, I think someone like Hazard is a tremendous footballer, guys. He's a tremendous footballer, yeah. But I would rather Mo Salah over a longer stretch of time. One, I know Mo Salah's got to keep in shape and not just starting eating all the paella if he moved to Spain, right? So I know he's got to stay in immense shape. He never gets injured. He's a fitness freak. And I know he's got to bag me goals. Right, and here's the mad thing. I don't even think Mo Salah's been that great this season. And he's bagged me 30 goals. I'm taking a below par Mo Salah this season. And he has bagged me 30 goals to any prime Hazard. I'm telling you now. Because when Hazard weren't at his absolute best, yeah, he does nothing for any club he's been at. When he was at Chelsea, then he had 2 seasons at Chelsea. A lot of the time he was excellent. But he had 2 seasons at Chelsea where he didn't. There was one whole year, he went 12 months without bagging a goal or getting an assist. And it was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I know Mo Salah, when he's not even at his absolute best like he is this season, will still bag me goals. And you know what the thing about Mo Salah is as well? Mo Salah's clutch. He's not just scoring goals after we've won a game 3-0 and he's getting the 4th. He's getting winners. Mo Salah is getting match winners. He's just... And he's not even been great. I think me and Ensa say that. Like, he's not even been his absolute best this season. And he's still bagging 30 damn goals. And we're talking about Rashford. Rashford is in the top 10 for Ballon d'Or list. Have you seen that? He's 10th in the top 10 of Ballon d'Or lists. He's got 2 goals since February. He's got 2 goals in the Premier League since February. He is the most purple patch footballer I've ever seen. And they were talking about him being a world beater. There was talk in January that Rashford is on a level of Mbappe. And the people believe it. But when I go to you, no, Mo Salah is the only winger in world football that is near Mbappe's level. They laugh at you. And you go, why are you laughing at me, son? Why are you laughing at me? Because I don't get it. What's your agenda with Mo Salah? Oh, is it because he doesn't do a rainbow flick past the player? Or he doesn't do a Zidane turn past the player? What's your issue with Mo Salah? He bags goals. What do you want else to him to do? What do you want him to do? He's got to run 70 yards, go past 7 players, and then put the ball in the back of the corner, in the corner of the net, while he's put the goalkeeper on his arse. And then they're all down, oh, Mo Salah. Oh, he's great. He's great. But he gets clutch goals, match winners, and he's got 30 again this season without playing well. Can we stop with the agenda? Mo Salah is the best right winger in Liverpool, not in Liverpool history, sorry, because there's other players. But actually, we might have to have that discussion. But he's the Premier League's best right winger. If we're doing the best Premier League team ever, if you've got an assembled the number 1 to 11, you're doing the best ever Premier League 11. Mo Salah starts on the right. I don't care who you are arguing about. If you're arguing Ryan Giggs is left-sided, yeah? Yeah? Ryan Giggs is left-sided. I'd even argue Mane over Ryan Giggs, right? Don't come in with your Ronaldo nonsense, right? Don't come in with all that bullshit. It's Mo Salah, yeah? Don't give me Robin. If anyone gives me Robin debate, I'm going to headbutt the computer. Don't give me this Robin debate, yeah? The man looked 50 when he was 20. Don't give me this Robin debate, right? I don't want to hear it. David Beckham, yeah, Morton. The Beckham debate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't give me the Beckham debate. Don't give me the Beckham debate either. You're picking Beckham up. Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. Mo Salah is clear of every right winger in Premier League history. And we've got to stop pretending he ain't. We literally got. You ask every fullback in the Premier League what it's like playing against Mo Salah. I bet they hate it. Can you imagine a fullback playing against Mo Salah? I bet they hate it. Because they know no matter how quiet they keep him in the game, he's going to score. No matter how quiet you keep Mo Salah, and you feel, you got Mo Salah in your pocket, blah, 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 he will do something. He'll either score or assist. And it'll be clutch, because it always is. We're going to have a chat, guys, and I mean this right now. We're going to have a serious chat as Liverpool fans, right? And talk about this seriously. I might do a video on this sometime near the end of the season in the summer when there's nothing to talk about. I might do this as a debate on one show. But I think we seriously have to ask ourselves a question now. Is Mo Salah Liverpool's greatest Premier League player? And I know everyone's going to go Steven Gerrard straight away. But I think we need to have that serious debate now about Mo Salah. Because for me, if he's the best right winger in Premier League history, bagging goal after goal after goal, he's going to beat Steven Gerrard's goal record as well. He's won Champions League like Gerrard. He's won the Premier League, the Holy Grail that Stevie didn't. Obviously, in better teams, obviously, you can't really compare. But we're going to have that discussion. No, it's Clinton. We're going to have to have that discussion, guys, because I understand. Look, Stevie G, it's Stevie and Mo. Stevie and Mo definitely are in their own bracket as Liverpool Premier League players. If you got Salah above Stevie, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. If you got Stevie above Mo, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but I think it's a good discussion to have because I think it's about time, not just us as Liverpool fans, but the Premier League itself and opposition fans actually start giving Mo Salah his flowers. I really start thinking we should start giving Mo Salah his flowers because he has been absolutely tremendous for this football team and for the Premier League. Premier League talks about itself as a industry, as a something bigger and everything else. And Mo Salah's one of them players that have come to this country and ripped it apart. Not just in the Premier League. Look at he's now our top goal scorer in Europe as well. He's taken record after record after record. He's clutch. He's match winning. He does it in the biggest games. He's not just a goal scorer, just scores against the small teams. Look at Mo Salah's record against the top 6 in the Premier League. I think he's got like 50-something goals in the Premier League against the top 6. He's a big-time player. Yeah, I mean, Aaron's put it there. Why Premier League? It's a valid question to ask whether he's our best ever player. Now, that's a question there. When it comes to Liverpool's greatest player of all time, there always the talk is Dalglish and Stevie. Yeah, I think for Salah to be in that reckoning, if Liverpool can win one more Premier League or one more Champions League with Mo Salah at the club, I think you might have to put Mo Salah's name up there. I do. I literally think if you do Liverpool's greatest ever 11, right now, who starts over Mo Salah at right wing? Because John Barnes was left wing. Who starts over Mo Salah at right wing for Liverpool in Liverpool's greatest ever 11? Kennedy, maybe. You'd have a shout there. Steve Highway. Was Highway right wing or left wing? I can't remember. You got another shout there. But literally, if you do Liverpool's greatest ever 11 of all time, Mo might be in that 11, on that right wing. Mo, Rush. Ian Rush is Liverpool's greatest striker. Rush, Dalglish, Stevie, and John Barnes for me growing up are the 4. And I think you can put Mo in as the 5th. And then when Mo finishes his career at Liverpool, we're going to seriously have to look back and go, shit, man. That man scored goal after goal after goal every single season. And he kept himself fit. And I've always said this, if you look at the best footballers ever, they always kept themselves purely fit. I've always said it. I think injuries are always down to the person sometimes. Sometimes it's unluckiness. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But I think sometimes if you look after your body will look after you. And that's what Mo does. That's why his injury record's so good. And I think you have to put that down to him being such a tremendous footballer. Really do. Big up Jem in the super chat. Jamie, I'm sorry, but time more has to come. Big up Tyler Morton. Big up Jen. Froggy said Mount Rushmore, Stevie, Mo, Kenny, Rush. I mean, that's the... See, this is a debate show I might do in the summer, guys, because in the summer we know there's not a lot of things to talk about apart from transfers. So in the summer I might do this debate video about Liverpool's Mount Rushmore. Big up Froggy, you've gave me a video idea for the summer. That is something I might think about after the season ends. We've only got like 4 or 5 more games. Season's finished. Get to the summer. That might be a video debate I might do. If you like that video debate idea, let me know in the chat, guys. And something I might do. Big up Froggy there. The Mount Rushmore for Liverpool, because I think it needs chatting about. I really do. I think it needs definitely chat about. A close second to win was not having to listen to Martin Tyler on commentary. Forgive me, but if he was on fire, I wouldn't pee on him. Yeah, Martin Tyler hates Liverpool. I can't believe Martin Tyler's still got a job. Did you hear Martin Tyler's comments when he talked about Son, Heung-min Son for Spurs? And it's sort of like a racial term, the way he commentated it, you know. And then he said the thing about Hillsborough a few months ago, and he never got punished. I think Martin Tyler can say what he wants, man. That old fart needs to leave, man. That old fart needs to leave. Yeah, I'll do that when the season ends, guys. That'll be a debate show when the season ends. I think it's a good one to have. Right, let's talk about the main subject of the video today, as you see by the thumbnail. The Darwin Nunez Gakpo issue we have at the club right now. Now, as you know, I'm a massive Darwin Nunez fan. I've been a big Darwin Nunez fan since Darwin came to the club. I've been backing Darwin a lot. And the last 2 games, Darwin Nunez has played as the main number 9. And I don't know for you guys, but for me, I don't think Darwin has taken his 2 chances particularly well. Now, the game yesterday, I thought Darwin was extremely poor yesterday. There's a little bit of fire gone out of Darwin's game, unfortunately, which is sad to see. But there is a little bit of fire that's gone out of his game, and that chance he missed yesterday, I just don't think if Darwin Nunez wants a big future at this football club, I think he needs to start hitting them chances, man. That ball from Trent was on a plate. By the way, that pass from Trent, chef's kiss, man. That pass from Trent. I'm going to talk about Trent in a minute because we need to have a serious conversation about Trent Alexander-Arnold, guys. But that chance that Darwin missed yesterday, Darwin barely touched the ball. I've looked back on the replay. He barely put his foot through the ball. It's like he didn't even hardly kick it. He should be burying them chances from 4 or 5 yards out. It was on a plate for him. And I still look at Darwin yesterday and I thought he was poor again yesterday. His build-up play was poor. He never really got into the game much. You've got Gakpo now playing in midfield. Shows the versatility of Cody Gakpo. He played in midfield yesterday. I don't think it was his best game, Cody, but just shows his versatility and like he can be called upon. We buy him in January as a left winger from PSV. Klopp plays him left wing for 1 game, false 9 for the rest of the season. Midfield yesterday, and Cody just goes and performs on the pitch. No pissing, no moaning. Plays with his chest out. Looks to try and influence the game in some kind of way. But Darwin's not taking his chances, and my worry, I love Darwin Nunez. I'm hoping there's a plan going forward with Darwin Nunez next season, and it looks like he's a project player. I think when you listen to Jurgen Klopp speak about Darwin Nunez, he sounds like he's a project player. Now, big up the super chat gang, and I've saved it. I'll read it out in 1 second, my man. Big up to you. You look, Darwin's a project player. There's no doubt about that. And because Darwin's a project player, I know people are going to get annoyed by that term because he cost £65 million. But there's one thing I've always said: this club never does enough, and that's be proactive in the transfer market. Buy good, young, promising players now and get them in for tomorrow, not for today. Now, Darwin Nunez might be one of them players. They might have looked at him and thought, right, he's raw, he needs polishing, he's not for this season, he's for next season and the season after that. Yes, it's a lot of money to pay up front for a promising player like that. And could you have found a younger player somewhere around Europe that cost half that? Maybe, but the club wanted him. And I've always said it, if the manager wants the players now, the owner should buy them players the manager wants. And then if it doesn't work, then it comes down to the manager getting the decision wrong. And then the owners are absolved of any issue against that. So I've always said that, and that's how it should be now. He's been at the club for 8 years. Klopp should have first pick on the players he thinks he should get. But I've always asked the club to be proactive as well. Now, if Darwin's a player for the future and it works out, in 2 to 3 years' time, we look back on this video and go, look, well, we're all talking shit. Darwin has hit the ground now. He's smashing it. He's awesome. He's one of the best strikers in Europe. He's doing the bit. And then we're proved like excellent. That's what we always wanted. We bought for the future. Yeah, we've been proactive and bought for the future. I'm hoping that's the case. And with Cody Gakpo, we bought for today. Cody Gakpo is a player we have bought for today and tomorrow, where with Darwin, he's more of a project. And next season, I haven't put Jota in this because I'm going to talk about Jota differently. I think Cody Gakpo for Liverpool only really plays the majority of his time at Liverpool, for me, will be probably played in that false 9, number 9 position going forward. The reason I say that, I don't know if Liverpool are ready to go away from the false 9 player in our team, because if you look at the players we're interested in, Alex McAllister, Mason Mount, Gravenberch, Ugarte, these players that are going to come to Liverpool really don't change the system. The system stays the same. It just gets better because you're getting fresh, younger, better footballers into that midfield area that help the system more. I don't think it's a change of formation so much, or I think the system stays the system. It's counter pressing. The system for Liverpool is counter pressing. To counter press, you need forwards that can defend on the counter press as well as attack and score goals. And that is why Gakpo works in the false 9 position right now. And people might not like that, and I can understand that and want to move away from that. But that is what Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp have been successful in. So I understand why we play that way. And I don't think it's going to change next season either. I don't think we're going to change into a way where we play 2 up top, or we play 1 up top and 1 off. You know, like Gakpo playing behind a Darwin, and we play to Darwin's strengths. I just don't see that happening. I literally see next season Luis Diaz as number 1 left winger, Mo Salah right winger, and either a Gakpo or a Darwin in the number 9 position. That is my opinion. I hope I might be wrong, but it's just my opinion on it. And now with the Joker in the pack, Diogo Jota. Now, my thing with Jota, I love the guy. Jota's probably our best goal scorer in a way, apart from Mo Salah. He's probably our best goal scorer, our best striker. But I actually prefer Jota off the left than I do off the 9 position. And I know a lot of people don't. I know a lot of people prefer Jota through the middle. But if you look where Jota scored his goals lately since he's come back from injury, it's playing off the left-hand side of the front 3. I think Jota's better in that area. I think Jota's very good at finding space coming off the left-hand side and then finding space in amongst the centre-back area. I think that's where Jota finds his best. When Jota starts in the middle, Jota's picked up easier starting in the middle. You know, because he's not quick, Jota's easier to pick up in the middle. Where off the left, Jota's harder to pick up. And Jota has got a trick. Jota can dribble with the ball. He's got a trick on two. He can beat a man. But what I noticed yesterday is that Jota hasn't really got the out-and-out pace at the moment. I noticed it yesterday on a couple of counter-attacks against Brentford later in the game that Jota really didn't have the pace. You know, a defender caught up with him quite easy and Jota couldn't run away from him. And I don't know if I can have that. So I do feel like in that counter-press scenario, that pace of Luis Diaz comes in massively. So that's why, for me, he will be the number one left winger. Mo's Mo. He's the greatest right winger in Premier League history. He's always going to play right wing. And then you've got Jota as that joker in the pack, that super sub, or that player that can come in and play right wing, can play through the middle, can play left wing, can do a job anywhere in the front three if he's asked to. And not so much on the right, but on the left and central areas. And he can score goals. He will bag goals. I don't think Jota has to start games to bag goals. I think Jota can come on a sub and score goals still. I don't think, you know, I think Jota next season can bag 15 goals next season in the Premier League, but he doesn't have to start every game to do that. I think that's what Jota's skill set is. That's why Klopp loves Diogo Jota, because he knows Jota is someone he can bring off the subs bench and make a big difference and can grab a goal. Yeah, when he's at his absolute fittest and best. Where with someone like Luis Diaz, you really want Luis Diaz fit and playing first team football from the start. And with Cody Gakpo just suits the system right now. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Big up the gang of deep with the super chat. Jamie, I acknowledge and agree with everything you said about Mo Salah, but Salah has tendencies to go through games ghosted, not doing much if he isn't scoring and assisting. But he is a Premier League. Yeah, I agree with that. But one thing I will say, on that, because social media is so big now. We're in 2023 and social media is so big. Everyone has a phone with a camera. Everyone's got cameras. There's cameras on everyone's being recorded 24/7. Yeah, you can't go to a Premier League game now without finding some kind of video footage of that football game. Yeah, let's go back to the history of the Premier League and go down. How many games did a lot of players ghosting games? We will never know because the cameras and video footage and social media weren't really relevant as it is in 2023. So as I agree with you, Gang of Deeps, I do say he ghosts a lot of games, especially this season. That's why I'm shocked that he's got 30 goals this season in all competition, because he has not been his absolute best. And that's why I love him so much. A man who has not been at his absolute best this season and ghosted games, like you correctly say, but he's got 30 goals in all competitions. That's why I have him over any Eden Hazard. You know, when they come with the Hazard Salah debate, Hazard, when he's having a down season and ghosting games, he doesn't score and he doesn't assist. Salah, when he's ghosting games or he's having a bad season, like apparently he's having this season, he grabs me 30 goals. Man's a legend. But I agree with everything you say, Gang of Deep. But yeah, let me know in the chat what you guys say as well about the Cody Darwin situation. Evan Ferguson's a baller. I think he could be the next Harry Kane. I've been talking about Evan Ferguson for a while. I think he's a great finisher. I see. Do you know what? I see Evan Ferguson at Man United. If Man United can't get Harry Kane decides to finish his career at Tottenham, I think someone like Evan Ferguson could end up going to somewhere like Man United and being that, that next version of Harry Kane. I think Evan Ferguson's is a talent. I really do. That's a great point. How many players have 30 goals in all comps other than Salah and Haaland? Yep. Look, obviously Darwin needs to give him more time. Big up Tony, you're right. Darwin needs to give him more time. There's no doubt. He's a project player. There's no doubt about that Darwin Nunez is a project player. If we're still talking about Darwin Nunez, this time next year, so let's fast forward to May 2024, guys, and we are talking about most Darwin Nunez in the same terms we're talking about him now, then we've got an issue. Then we have got a major, major issue where we need to find out if he should leave the football club. But if in May 2024, if Darwin Nunez has got me 20 Premier League goals, we can be like, no problem. He was just a project player. Klopp knew what he was doing the whole time. Gakpo was here for the now, and we move on. One thing I will say, with the Jota situation and the Gakpo Darwin situation, all the players we got in our front three. Now, since Jurgen Klopp has been at Liverpool have had a front three that were never moved. Liverpool had a front three that was unstoppable, that was immovable. No player could break into that front three. And that was, of course, Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino, and Sadio Mane. For me, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, and Bobby Firmino, when they were at their best, they were the best front three in Europe. Give me all the other front threes in Europe as individuals, probably better players, yeah? But as together, as a threesome, them three, as a front three, their teamwork, defending, attacking, acknowledge of each other, played for each other, always looked for each other, Bobby being the system. I don't think there was a better front three in Europe at the time. So Jurgen Klopp had literally the best front three in Europe. And no other player in his MSN, I suppose you could say, but yeah. Them and MSN, yeah, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar, and Liverpool's front three. They're probably the two. Definitely right. Yeah. But I'd have them as a three because of their collective, not what they are as individuals, guys. Don't go on what individual talent they are. Yeah, go with what they did as a collective, as a front three. You know. In them few years, were there many better left wingers than Sadio Mane around at his absolute best? Was there a better false number 9 than Bobby Firmino in that system? And Mo Salah on the right, bagging 30 and 40 goals every season. You know, and as they worked as a team as well, their teamwork, their appreciation for each other as well, and the way they defended as a team. Like I used to watch. At PSG, I used to watch Messi, Mbappe and Neymar playing that front three with Cavani, right? When PSG had Cavani, Neymar and Mbappe. And I remember when Liverpool played them and Neymar and Mbappe wouldn't come back and defend. They wouldn't do the hard work. You know, they'd stay up front and wait for the ball to get to them to do that bit. But then I used to watch Liverpool's front three. I used to watch Salah get back and work. I used to watch Mane get back and work. I used to watch Bobby Firmino pick it up on the halfway line and start the counter attacks. That's what I mean by that front three as a unit. That as a unit, they were amazing. They were amazing. That it was just elite. It was just elite. And we didn't have many players on that. And where I'm getting from this, guys, we didn't have many players in the squad that could break into that front three. We didn't have many attacking talent on the squad that could break into that front three. And then Jota came along. And Jota started to break into that front three. He sort of started taking Bobby Firmino's place because Bobby started to get injuries. Jota made himself welcome, got into that front three. And because he played so well, he kept his spot. And then Luis Diaz got bought in the January. And because Luis Diaz was so good as a left winger, Mane had to go to centre forward. Luis Diaz actually made Mane be the main striker and took his left wing spot. Then obviously Mane got sold. And now what basically Liverpool have 5 attackers. And any of the three out of the 5 can play every single week. So Jurgen Klopp next season has got to squad rotate his forward line to keep everyone happy. And he's never had to do that in the time he's been at Liverpool. So the whole time Jurgen Klopp's been at Liverpool, he's had a steady front three that no one could really break into. And now he's got a front three where any of the 5 can play. So Luis Diaz is there. If he's not performing, Jota can go in there. Gakpo can play number 9. If he's not performing, Darwin can go in there. Mo right wing, and Mo's not performing, you can put Luis Diaz over to the right wing area, I suppose. If Darwin's not performing, you can put Jota at the middle. We've got players that are all evenly matched now in that forward line, and he's never had that, Jurgen Klopp, at his time at Liverpool. And now Jurgen's got a forward line where he can keep it fresh. And this is what I like. We got a forward line now where we can keep it fresh. No one should be injured in our forward line next season. There should be no tiredness in our forward line next season. I think Klopp needs to pick a front three that are his first choice. You need to pick a front three that is his first choice and then rotate from there. So Jurgen Klopp's first choice front three next season is Diaz left, Gakpo middle, Salah right. That's his first choice front three. That's a front three that should play. But then he's got rotation. Then he's got Jota and Darwin Nunez that can come in and rotate with that front three and keep the forward line fresh. So I like it. I'm happy with it. And that's what he needs to do for me next season. But you do have to go to a point and pick and make sure who your front three is going to be, in my opinion. Jamie, do you think he can actively rotate like Pep does? Also, rotating can affect rhythm and form. So you need to make sure with the rhythm and form thing, when you rotate, you must make sure you're rotating at the right times. You must make sure you're rotating at the right times in the season. Now, if Liverpool need to get off firing next season, Liverpool need to start at the top of their game at the beginning of next season, yeah? And for that to happen, Jurgen needs to pick his best 11. He needs to pick his best 11 from the first game of the season next season. I think we can all agree with that. And go with that for the first few games. Let that team go and breathe for the first few games. Jurgen's got to have his best 11 in his head before the first game of next season. Let that team go and play, because Liverpool's best 11 can beat anyone in the Premier League. We know this. And they need to go and play. Then he needs to know when and how to rotate properly, like you say, like a Pep does. And if he can get that down, if Jurgen can get that down and rotate better next season and keep everyone fresh and play at a higher level and play at a better level than we did this season, Liverpool are going to be a serious problem for everyone in the Premier League next year, in my opinion. We need to do that. And there's another one. There's another player in amongst all this who's not a striker that we need to talk about, and that is Trent Alexander-Arnold. We need to have a serious discussion about Trent Alexander-Arnold now playing as a midfielder. Jamie Carragher said it yesterday in commentary. How many midfielders are we going to be able to buy that are as good as Trent on the ball? On the ball with his passing ability. How many players is there in world football that are as good as Trent on the ball physically? Off the ball, yes, you can buy midfielders that are probably better, but on the ball with his passing ability, there ain't many. Trent as a midfielder, if you keep Trent as a midfielder and keep him there and coach him as a midfielder and just keep him there, Trent's £100 million midfielder. There's no doubt about it, because the creativity he's got, the creativity that Trent's got is £100 million midfielder. There's no doubt about that. I just think, and everyone's seen the coming to this now. We have got to buy. I believe Trent plays midfield next season. We buy a right back. I think that's the way we need to go, because if we play this Trent inverted right back thing next season, I think we might get exposed too many times in that defensive area where we leave a lot of space. And we can't afford to have another bad year next year. So I don't know if I'm completely happy having Trent as this forced right back or inverted fullback kind of role next year, if we're going to leave so much space. Now, it all depends on players we buy. If we buy the certain midfielders that Jurgen wants that can fill up them spaces for Trent to get forward and it works, then go for it. If it works, we win things. Who am I to complain about it? But I just don't know if it will. And I just don't understand the worry of, like, Klopp for me, Jurgen's put himself into a corner. Jurgen's put himself into a corner here, and he might not be able to get out of it. But sorry, my throat went. But keep using Trent in midfield. Klopp might have put himself into a corner here he shouldn't have put himself into, because now he's seen how good Trent is in midfield. This is the issue. He's now seen how good Trent is in midfield, and he's going to be like, damn it, I've put him in midfield now, and he's absolutely great there. You know, what? You know, do I put him at right back again next season? Or do I go and buy a right back? Do I just go and play a right back? Because the reason I like Trent in midfield is because he can defend better in midfield. I always think Trent's a better defender in midfield than he is at right back, because he sees the game more in front of him. And because he has to concentrate 100% of the time, because all the action's in the midfield. So Trent has to make sure he's always scanning and looking round. So defensively, Trent is actually better in midfield than he is at right back. Trent is very good at intercepting the ball. Look at how many interceptions he made yesterday. Look at all the interceptions he's made all season. Yeah, he's made interception after interception all season in midfield. Well, all season, last 7 games in that midfield area. He's very good at interceptions. And when he gets the ball, we know how good creativity Trent is. Trent should have one of the assists of the season last night. He's that ball to Darwin Nunez. If Darwin Nunez scores that, yeah, not only are we saying, well done, Darwin, getting on the score record, but we are looking at Trent with an amazing assist yet again from a midfield area that no other midfielder apart from Thiago can do for our football club. I don't understand the worry of putting Trent in midfield. I'd be more concerned at Trent playing right back next season than I would be Trent in midfield. And exactly, Hunter says it there. Has Kanate really been as he's fluent best since we went to this formation either? Inverted fullback system puts Kanate on edge. Exactly. I don't think Kanate has played that well since Trent has been inverted fullback, because Kanate's got more in his mind now. He has to worry about the right back area and covering there and covering his centre back area. I don't think Kanate's looked as good. Trent, for me, has to play in midfield. Klopp might have backed himself into a corner here, and he might not have no choice about it now. He might not have no choice. Liverpool might save themselves a lot of money with Trent in midfield. Now, I'm not saying that being cheap, guys. I'm not saying that being cheap and going, back in FSG or anything like that. So don't come at me with this. What I'm basically saying is that you buy... How much midfielder would cost that can do a job Trent does in midfield? A lot of money, If you're buying a midfielder to do what Trent already does, that's a 70 to 80 million pound midfielder. So why just not put Trent in midfield? Surely that makes common sense. We're a team that who are not going to splash out hundreds of millions of pounds, yeah? So if you're going for a midfielder that can already do what Trent does, but it's going to cost you 70 million, why would you not just persist with Trent in midfield? Surely that makes common sense. And then go and buy a right back and stick him in that right back area and let Trent do his thing. And then go and buy other midfielders. Go and get a McAllister, go and get a Gravenberch, go and let Trent play in midfield. Then you've got 3 new midfielders there. Then you've got Stefan Bajcetic, who's a young lad who's doing really well. That's 4. Then you've got Curtis Jones, another young lad that's doing well at the moment. That's 5. Yeah. And then you've got your Fabinhos, your Thiagos, and your Hendersons. That's 8 midfielders. I think we need to definitely look. We definitely need to look at that. Big up my man. I have always put Trent in midfield, and I reckon he'll still will let him play there. I'm hoping, man. He's put himself in a bit of a corner, Jurgen, by putting Trent there because it's working. And the more that Trent looks good in this central midfield area, the better he's going to keep. I mean, I know everyone goes, "Oh, when we play a big team, what's Trent going to look like in midfield?" When we play a big team. Well, we played against Arsenal, and if Trent came up with a clutch moment in midfield to get us the equaliser. So, and it was the first time, I think that was the first game we played the inverted fullback role in, that he played in midfield in, was against Arsenal, I believe. So, it was brand new to everybody. So, what would it look like now if we played Arsenal? Now with Trent in midfield, I reckon it would look even better. Trent's a quality footballer. Again, Trent is another player I don't think it's near enough respect. Yes, we know what he's like defensively as a fullback. You put Trent in midfield with the ability he's got, I think we talk about Trent in a different light. I really do. And yeah, I think Klopp might have backed himself into a corner now, putting Trent into this midfield position. And I think he needs to play him there. I literally think he needs to play him there going forward and just go and buy a competent fullback. Go and buy a really competent fullback that's pretty good at attacking and good at defending, like a Carl Walker. What is it? Carl Walker-Peters? Carl Walker-Peters at Southampton is a pretty good defender, and he's actually pretty good going forward. So go and buy someone like him. I reckon you could probably pick him up for 20 million, because especially if Southampton get relegated. I reckon you could pick him up for 20 million, get him in at right back, and then free up Trent in for midfield. I think you watch Trent. You tell Trent next season. Oh, Trent, you are going to be a midfielder next season. We're buying a right back, and I'm freeing up midfield for you. I want you as my number one midfielder next season. You watch Trent be our player of the year. I'm telling you right now. You watch Trent Alexander-Arnold be our player of the year next year if you give him the whole season in midfield. Not as an inverted fullback, as an actual midfielder. He will love it because Trent is a natural midfielder. Get a proper right back in. None of this, crap. Get a proper right back in for like Carl Walker-Peters. I'm telling you, it's a decent defender, decent going forward. We can do a job at right back for us. Frees up Trent to be in midfield. Then you can go and buy a McAllister or an Agate to go along with Trent. There you've got 3 brand new midfielders. You've got Stefan Barsetic, who's going to be part of the midfield next season. That's 4. Curtis Jones is a young, hungry midfielder who's proving everyone wrong at the moment. That's 5. Then you got then you're on the sidelines, you got the older guys in Henderson, Fabinho, and Thiago. That's 8 midfielders. Let's do it. Let's just go for it like that. I don't understand the issue. I really don't. But big up to everyone in the chat right now. Guys, go and hit that like button. We've got 100 people watching. There's only 65 likes, guys. I've had a massive rant as well. If you missed the first 30 minutes of this video, guys, the first 30 minutes of this video was me talking basically about the booing of the national anthem. So if you've not watched it yet, go back to the first 30 minutes of this video. I go on a massive rant about why Liverpudlians and Scousers boo the national anthem. Agree and disagree with me, let me know in the comments below after this video is finished, guys. But yeah, I go on a passionate rant and stick up for the people of Liverpool and tell them what and say why they boo that national anthem. So if you're not going to see that yet, first 30 minutes of this video is about that. The rest is about the Liverpool game yesterday and bits and pieces up Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah. Guys, I want them likes up. Let's get them likes up. We're on 74 likes now. Let's try and get 100 likes if we can, guys. So keep pressing that like button. I'd appreciate it. Guys, that's going to be it for me today. It's a Sunday. Just a nice hour-and-a-half video. That's me for the day, guys. Big up to everyone joining me today. Thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I want everyone to go and enjoy the rest of their Sunday. Bank holiday Monday tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow, guys, on another video talking about other Liverpool subjects. I'll be chatting about tomorrow, maybe some transfer news and stuff like that. So make sure you join me tomorrow. We've got build up for the Leicester game as well coming up. Loads of stuff on the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. On the way to 4K, guys. So if you're not subscribed, if you are subscribed, share this video out on social media. Tell people to subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button right now, guys. Hit that like button. Much love to all of you. Big up to everyone. And don't forget, guys, go and hit that like button. Let's get the likes up to 100. Much love. See you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.